What's up, guys? Okay, so this one is stay grounded, man. Why not? You know, and this is kind of inspired from, I see people on Twitter and so forth and Clubhouse and shit treating people like shit because they think they're above them, and a lot of times they're not, you know. You got writers and shit like talking down to you like you're fucking nothing. Like, what is this, man? For me, I would say the number one thing that my ex would say that I sort of gave to her over the trajectory of our relationship through the industry, 25 years, okay, is trying to make sure that we stayed grounded, and not look at ourselves as, because we came in as little kids with nothing, no connections, none of that shit. There was no fucking nepotism, none of that. It was just starting from scratch. But it was important to me to try to stay grounded. And there was a moment where a specific moment where I'm like, oh, we're at that level now where this type of shit is happening. And we went to paint Venice High School as paint flowers on the wall as a charity event. And it was a bunch of agents and we all, everybody jumps out of their cars, and I'm like, all these kids are jumping out of like a $220,000 like autobiography Range Rover, and they don't think anything of it. They think it's fucking normal, and it's not. Like for me as a kid, I was stealing food, to eat, and telling my sisters like, hey, I'm gonna put a bunch of soup and shit in your backpacks, and if anybody tries to grab us, run, dude, and I'll stop them, and then I'll fucking run. Okay, that's how I grew up. So this is not normal to me. And I'm thinking about this, while we're doing the charity event. But now, my niece is hopping out of my ride. I'm like, are we those people now? What the fuck? And then while we're doing the charity painting on the walls and shit, agents are talking about, amongst each other, like, hey, what's going on, man? Like, what have you been up to? Oh, I just bought a new house in the south of France. This kind of shit. I'm like, what? Why are we talking about money while we're doing charity? This makes no sense to me. And so, yeah. So I always try to keep us grounded, man. Because fuck money. You know what I mean? Like, whatever. It's cool, but like, it doesn't make you a human being. Like, it doesn't equate to your value as a human being. In my mind, everybody's the same, and it reminds me of my homeboy. He's balling, bro. Like, he's up in San Francisco. He's balling. Like, he's the type of guy that's like, hey, bro, I just bought a new apartment over here, 3.5 million. Stay there, dude. Have a good time. Or like for my birthday, he comes into town. He's like, because he was talking about a bottle of Screaming Eagle wine. I'm a wine connoisseur, and he was talking about that, and I was like, oh, I'd like to try it, man. And so he comes into town. He's like, hey, bro, I'm in town. I'm gonna buy you a bottle of that. It's $10,000 a bottle. 10,000. Okay? And he's like, dude, I'll buy you that for your birthday, bro. Let's go. It's nothing to him. Like, not nothing, but, he'll do it, because he's super generous. And I'm like, fuck, bro, I can't, because I'm going out with my lady for my birthday. And so it's like, all right, whatever, I'll catch you later. And he hangs out with ballers, dude. Like the Levi Strauss there, these guys. And he's like, he's balling, but he says like, I'm not rich, they are. Like, they're like 200 million or whatever. And I've hung out with them. But the thing there is they treat people with respect. They don't treat people like they're nothing, like they're below them. They stay grounded. you know, and you know, and you know, you go to my homeboy's party, it's all Ferraris and Lambos and Bentleys and Rolls. It is, you know. But when he goes out into the world, he treats people with respect, and he treats everyone like they're his best friend. Doesn't matter if they're homeless or a valet person or a CEO. He treats everybody the fucking same. That's why he's successful. So that's just a tip, man. Like, I think if you want to be successful, you got to stay grounded, and you cannot treat people like bullshit. Okay? So fuck all these like fakesters that are pretending to be rich and so forth, and they're not. And they're treating people like garbage. Real rich people don't talk about their money, and they treat people with respect, no matter who you are. Okay? So that's just my opinion. All right, later, guys.